Hello there, my beautiful people. Martin Pavey here. Welcome back to the channel. What an action-packed day it has been. Yet still, you never know what's around the corner, which is why it's very important that you like and subscribe and share to spread this very, very important message. Oh, you can see my reflection. Even my back is attractive. Check it out. Right. That phrase. You never know what's around the corner. It can fill a lot of people with a lot of dread. There's a little bird tweeting away at me there. I see officially it's been changed to x.com today. So I suppose I have to start calling it X now, don't I? I can't live in the past calling it Twitter and tweeting. I have to be posting on X from now on. Maybe. But the phrase, you never know what's around the corner, fills a lot of people with dread. Constantly trying to predict the future, trying to control everything, but we're hopeless at predicting the future actually. The only way that you can really make a difference is actually getting to work in the present day, using your time as wisely as you possibly can. And the thing is, I think a lot of people miss the idea of adventure, you know? That element of surprise, because just before starting recording this, there was a business course that I did. Oh goodness, when would it have been? We're talking 4 or 5 years ago now, actually. And it was somebody, a blogger at the time, and he's just started subscribing to me again. Lovely, lovely chap. Does travel blogging in the States. Lovely man called Ryan. And so if you're watching this, Ryan, hello and welcome to the fold. But what a lot of people miss in adventure is, one, you get fantastic surprises, things take you by surprise, you feel energized by it and it's exciting. But also, if there are things that you're uncertain about and you're placing all of your worries, which are where worries exist in the future, well, here is the thing. If you want to be an unstoppable person, and a lot of people say they want to be unstoppable and they want to power through and they want to achieve all of their dreams. But what that actually requires of you is a huge amount of resilience. And if you are able to take on life's challenges, think about this. If you're able to take on life's challenges, especially the unexpected ones, well, what that means is, and this is another current theme of mine, that you are stronger than your circumstances. You see? Not knowing what's around the corner, what your fate, your destiny has in store for you, what your path has in store for you, means that you do become unstoppable, because nothing will topple you. You are able to take on life's challenges, and not just take them on, but actually enjoy them, be grateful for them, look forward to those, what we've come to know as black swans. You know, these random or really big, life-changing, transformational experiences, and to be able to actually use them in your life and make them part of your character. Because courage, resilience, bravery, flexibility, these are all fucking fabulous things. These are all ways of making life incredibly rich and interesting and genuinely, you know, we hear the word diverse all the time, but actually genuinely diverse. You never know how you never know how things can improve until you actually genuinely take life by the horns and ride the bull, you know, rather than it running over you. And we witness it. You will have seen it. I've seen it. People get trampled by the process of life because they've been so obsessed with, and I've done it with, you know, continuing to call it Twitter, which is a sort of a minor example, but it's similar. I hold up my hands and I'm honest, you know, when I'm a bit of a belligerent twat, to be honest. But, you know, when you are so rigid and you lose the flexibility of life, your ability to adapt, because I've been saying this a lot in that's why it's been so action-packed. I've been doing a huge amount of replying to posts on X, that you have to be willing to let go of things. You have to be strong. You have to be flexible. You have to trust yourself and the process. You can't do that if you're being rigid. You have to be able to take on the challenges of life, because the only constant is change. That's it. If you're standing still, you're not actually standing still. You're falling behind. And there are going to be days where the work that you do, where it feels better, where it feels more satisfying, but you do it anyway. It's like if you go on a walk, you have a fantastic walk, and then you have to wade through puddles and mud and the rain's lashing down on the top of your head. I don't have any protection from that. You may. But you can just learn to laugh at it, learn to embrace it, learn to smile at it, and understand, because I've been in a kind of cheeky, playful mood in the comments today. Bit contrarian maybe, a little bit trolly, and I'm getting, as I'm recording this on my phone, you sort of get the notifications, and you see people being annoyed by the comments, and it's just sort of, okay. Today is people being annoyed at the Truth Day. Who knows? And the thing is, it doesn't really matter what kind of day it is. What matters is that you actually keep moving forward, that you keep going, you keep persisting, and realizing that 99%, if not all, of the stuff that we worry about doesn't matter. And if you can take on challenges in a grateful and resilient way, what that actually means is that you're going to be able to carry yourself, with more confidence and style and poise. You're going to be able to remain really dignified in the face of whatever life throws at you. I've often said, and I've said this for years and years and years, but it's important to hear. I've wanted to get to a point where nothing bothers me, where nothing sort of riles me or makes me really, really angry. But just to be able to take it for what it is, and to be able to use it to move towards my dream state, to actually embody all of the things. And what I notice actually in a lot of people's, I'm going to say it, tweets, what I see in a lot of what people put online, and it's a tempting thing to do, but it's dangerous, is to constantly be positing all of this stuff in the future. So in the present moment, if you can actually train yourself to say, okay, well, whatever happens, this thing that I'm worrying about, I'm by no means saying that you're not going to worry. The worry doesn't just automatically stop. You just become more able to deal with it better. Because worrying thoughts come up, but if you can actually adopt the stance of a stoic kind of champion, that say, okay, well, this situation, whatever it is that you're worried about, there's nothing that I can do. It's out of my control. I'm going to remain as calm as I possibly can. And whatever happens, whatever it may be, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it calmly. I'll deal with it professionally, because we all have the things come up in our lives. We all have the things that we worry about, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the vast majority of the stuff doesn't happen anyway. And when you're faced with scenarios that you're worried about, do you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Actually, when you get down to it, you're always fine in the situation. Always, whatever it is, you know. So if there is something that you are really, really kind of shitting yourself over, it's fine. It's fine. You will deal with it, and you'll deal with it well if you realise that most of it is up here. It's up here. I did it obsessing over my ex-boyfriend. I did it, you know, and I'm not ashamed to say that I did. But last night, just before I fell asleep, I was thinking about my part in that relationship, and I just suddenly realised, yeah, there was some benefits and there were some things that I got out of it, but it was never going to work. And the funny thing was, I had this really incredible dream where it was me and my family in this massive house, and we were on a sort of an upper level of it, and the bottom part of it was completely submerged in water, totally flooded, and we had to get out of the house. And the only way, I've always said, you can't go over or under or round, you have to go through. This part of the dream, I was in front and everybody was behind me, and we had to go down this flight of stairs, and all of these rooms were full of water, and we had to swim through, and it felt like forever that we were swimming through it. But the end of the dream was that we all came through it. We all got out to the other side of the house, and I woke up feeling really proud, actually, and accomplished and strong. And my wish for you, if you will accept it, is that you can feel that way in your life, that you can feel proud of yourself, accomplished, that you can be consistent in the work that you want to do, and that you can end every single day feeling satisfied. There are plenty of words I'm using on a regular basis, and satisfied is one of them. Knowing that you've had integrity, that you've done what you've said you were going to do. It's powerful. So thank you very much for listening. My name is Martin Pavey. I really appreciate all of you being here. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm looking forward and excited to this channel growing, however that may be. And I will look forward to seeing you on the next video. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. It really does help if you like and subscribe, because that's how YouTube pushes it all out. And if you can do that for me, it would really mean the world to me. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Ciao for now.